Alright, so we're going to unbox this Krikzz Mega Everdrive Pro that we purchased. So the idea of this is to be able to insert an SD card into the cartridge itself and play all of the Mega Drive or Sega Genesis games, as well as 32X and Mega CD or Sega CD games without having to use individual games or CDs. So this is the package, the way it was received from the Ukraine. It took about 6 weeks to get here. I don't know if that's typical or not. I mean, right now with everything going on, it may have been a little bit longer than normal, but it did arrive, relatively good shape. So we'll open it up. This is the first product that I've purchased from Krikzz. Okay, so it comes in a plastic container similar to the Sega Genesis boxes. Just open it up, see what it looks like inside. So it comes with the user manual, how to insert everything, put all your ROM files and everything inside, and then the cartridge itself, which is shaped like a Mega Drive or Sega Genesis cartridge. I went with the transparent red version. They also had a matte black finish similar to the case here. As you can see in the top, we've got a micro SD slot. Reset button, I believe, is what this is for, and then there's a micro USB port that you can plug directly into your computer and do any new upgrades that they release for the cartridge itself. So everything looks pretty good. We will review the actual gameplay on this device soon and see how everything works out. Okay, so we are looking at the Krikzz Mega Everdrive Pro. This is for the Sega Genesis, and we've already did the unboxing to look at how everything came in from them. Now we're just going to do a look at the screen here to see the title menu, as well as get into some gameplay and show you guys how this works. Now I am using this through a Elgato video capture and a Hyperkin audio video to HDMI, so if things look a little jittery or anything, that's why. If I run it just to the TV, it's fine, but when I've got this in the middle, there seems to be a little lag and things are a little different, but that's not like that whenever I run it just to the TV. So I just wanted to clear that up. You'll notice the menu, it's the background scrolling. This is something that I had downloaded from Stone Age Gamer. They have some backgrounds or wallpapers, whatever you would like to call them, for the different Krikzz cartridges, and you can go on their website and download them. I'll put a link to that in the description so that if you wish to do so, you can as well. I just think that it looks better than just a black screen, but it's your decision, whatever you want to do. So anyways, we're on a main menu here. You'll notice it's hard to see, at least for me, the differences in the color to understand where I'm at. But whenever it's highlighted white, it's the file that you're going to click on. If you look at the bottom, where it says Mega, that's because I'm on the Mega folder. So you always know where you're at based upon what it says at the bottom. Again, it's kind of hard for me to see it. Maybe not for you, but regardless, you'll just use your D-pad to select the folder, and then you can click A to go inside of it. And then I've got these alphabetized just to make it a little quicker to find what I'm looking for. You can do it, alphabetical, genre, however works best for you. You'll notice also it says at the top page 1 of 2, because the list only goes from A to U. There's not enough space on this page to have all the different folders, but if you use your directional pad and you hit right, you can get to whatever page you have, whether it's 1, 2, 3, however many different you have. So you just use your directional pad to go left and right to get to those different pages. We can go through and look at some gameplay for you guys. Let's pick. So the Sega Genesis was one of my favorite game consoles, and some games that I like to play. I really like Sonic a lot, Mortal Kombat. I know they always say Sega does what Nintendo don't, but to me, I thought the Sega was just something a little different. I like Nintendo. I think they do a great job. There's a reason why they've been around as long, and they have, and can't take anything away from them. But I would like to see Sega come out with their own original hardware again. It's probably not going to happen, but again, the Genesis was always one of my favorite consoles growing up, and we'll take a look and see how this works. So let's find Sonic here. And the same, as I was showing you a minute ago, we've only got so much room on here, right? So if you want to go to the next page, you just hit the right directional pad. Here we go. Sonic the Hedgehog. And if you're unsure, because again, it's hard for me to see exactly which one I have highlighted, but it'll show at the bottom where you're at. So we're just gonna try this out, see what happens here. You'll notice it's going to go into the game just like if you had it into the Genesis itself. You get to your title menu. And let's play this and see what happens. Alright, so everything looks good, as it should. I always thought that the Genesis had very good graphics, and the colors and everything were well defined for what it was at the time. The Super Nintendo was good too. I don't know. Personally, I always liked the Genesis better. But yeah, everything works as it should. No issues at all. And I'm using, my controller that I'm using is a Retrobit Sega licensed wireless controller, and it's okay. I thought since it was Sega licensed that it would be better, honestly, but it's got a lot of room to grow. The buttons are kind of mushy feeling, and the controller itself's light, got very thin plastic, so in my opinion they could have did a lot better. I think that 8-bit dough does a better job, but it works. It is what it is. So we'll go back to the menu here. We don't need to be playing this all day. Now all I did was hit the reset button on the console. We're back here to the main menu, and we can go through and look at different games or do whatever we want to do. But the point really is here that everything works fine like it should. No issues. As I stated before, this is an option for somebody that either don't have the financial means to purchase all these games that they would want to play, or maybe wants to play games from that weren't released in North America, or whatever their country may be. Maybe they're in Europe, and there was some games released in Japan or the US that it's hard for them to have access to for whatever reason. This is an option. The cartridges aren't cheap. I'll put a link to the page in the description for Krikzz, but it's a very well made cartridge. They've got a couple different options for colors. You want like a red transparent or just a standard black like they were originally. But it's a very well made product. It's easy to use. There's tutorials on their website and instructions on what you need to do. They do include instructions with the cartridges. There's a couple that I've gotten that haven't had it, but it is what it is. You can go on their website and you can download those if you need to, or print them out. So it's not a game changer if you don't got it. You can just go on the website. And even like here, as you see with this background wallpaper, there's some different things that you can do with this other than just what you get from Krikzz. You can go to Stone Age Gamer. They've got these wallpapers that you can download to different things. There's Sonic, there's different ones that you can get. Overall, very well product. I would recommend it if this is what you're looking to do. This is the way to go. There's a lot of other companies that sell these cartridges on Amazon. They're not very much money. I don't know how well they are. Honestly, I thought for the price, even though this isn't a cheap product, I thought that this would be the best way to go, and this is what I did. And I wanted to be able to share this with you guys, give you my opinion. I think it's worth the price if you're wanting to go with this option to be able to play some games that otherwise you wouldn't be able to find or afford. So that's my opinion of it. If this is helpful in any way, please like the video. If it could help someone else, share it with them, and subscribe to the channel. And then we will catch you next time. Thank you.